So now that I have presented the differences between the paper one and the midterm, I want to talk about the process of writing paper one and focusing on paper one. So this is the process that I recommend. This is how the activities are set up and structured in class and in homework, and can help you build off and write a successful paper one. So the first thing is to read and understand the articles. So you're checking the prompt, you're finding the articles that we've read, and thinking about the activities in class, the homework, and making sure you're understanding those accurately, since such a substantial portion of the grade is reflecting that you accurately understand the articles. The next step that I recommend is building the body paragraphs. So that means using the ideas from the articles and organizing them by topic. And one of the activities is the brainstorming table that lets you organize the ideas from the articles by topic, so that way you're able to successfully build a body paragraph that meets the genre of an explanatory synthesis paper. Then the next thing is doing peer review of one body paragraph. So with paper one, you're writing for a reader. You're bringing them into the ideas that you understand and laying them out in a way that's easy to understand and comprehensible. So that's the benefit of the peer review, that you get to have a reader look at your work and think about how it could improve. Think about their experience of taking in your writing and giving feedback for how the writing that you've done can be improved and made better for themselves and for other readers as well. The next part is building the whole paper. So looking at the other parts. So if your body paragraphs are solid and you feel comfortable with them, that's great. I recommend ensuring the cohesion among all the body paragraphs and making sure that those body paragraphs match the introduction as well as the conclusion. The final steps are proofreading and editing, so really looking for the grammar, looking for the transitions and connections among the different ideas and paragraphs, and also APA citations. So one thing is, I've laid this out as a nice linear process. Do step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're good. But in reality, writing is not a linear process. It's not a one-size-fits-all. So I've included a couple of graphics to kind of demonstrate that, people, a lot of times you can think of it as, the step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in reality, writing is far more messy and complex. You might have to start out reading the article, building the body paragraph, go back and read the article, build some more of the body paragraph, do the peer review, read the paragraph, do some proofreading and editing, then build the whole paper. So you get the idea that it is this messy process that doesn't have a one-size-fits-all. So just keep that in mind. Don't have any problem if you're going back and repeating some of the steps from what I've outlined as earlier in the process, or if you're skipping ahead. It's good to think about this as an iterative process, a process that repeats a series of steps over and over until the desired outcome is obtained. So both of these images, neither of them are writing specific, but I think that they demonstrate this idea that you might have to skip around and jump around and not just follow this linear path to perfect writing. So the first step is reading and understanding the articles. In this case, it's Sifferlin, Ruskin and Shore, Formicelli and Kang. So looking at the activities done in class, looking at the homework that's been assigned, making sure you're understanding the ideas, looking up and reading what you don't understand. So making the notes, investigating what might be unclear, and thinking about how to maybe correct or kind of investigate those questions that are still lingering for you. Maybe that means checking in with a classmate. Maybe that means Googling something. Maybe that means setting up an appointment with your instructor, but making sure that you have that firm foundation of reading and understanding the articles. The next part is, after you have these ideas, build the body paragraphs. So you can take the ideas from the articles, put them in the brainstorming table that I've passed out, and then write a paragraph. And I want to note that I did make a video about the process, and so that shows how I built the table, that shows how I filled out the table and how I used that filled out table to create a rough draft of a body paragraph. So, and you can see, I think, from that process that it's definitely not an iterative process. I go back and, change my topic paragraph after I've, put in my content and kind of finessed it and made it better. So one thing, remember, that you absolutely have to keep in mind is that each body paragraph is topic focused, not article specific. So if you have your body paragraphs and they're all focused, each one's focused on one article each, and it's dedicated to that author, that article, and then you cover the multiple topics that our author addresses, that is not meeting the criteria. That is, you might provide well-crafted writing with very few grammar errors, and that's great. It may be providing wonderful insights into the information, but that is not the task. That is a separate type of writing that we are not doing in this assignment specifically. What you're doing instead is you're writing body paragraphs that are focused on one topic each and covering multiple articles in a single paragraph. That's what synthesis is. It's bringing together multiple ideas to kind of form one whole. So make sure you're following these guidelines as you're creating your body paragraph. And then once you have that body paragraph form, you're going to think about how you can make it better through peer review. I'll talk about that next.